Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to another episode of recreating F1 2021 season in F1 2016 mobile. If you haven't checked out the previous one, the link will be in the description below. Today, we are here for the Monaco Grand Prix, probably the most iconic Grand Prix there is on the calendar. The last race, the Spanish Grand Prix, was a very weird one because we lost our podium to guess who? A Maynard RT. I'm not even kidding now, and we are third in the championship right now behind Vettel, who is in second surprisingly, and Hamilton also leading. And now we are down to third in the constructors, which is not good because we were actually leading after the first Grand Prix, which was the Bahrain one, which didn't really go as planned. It was still a good one because we came, I think, in second place, and we were leading in the constructors. And now Ferrari and Mercedes both are ahead of us, so not looking too good on that. Really need to make this a good Grand Prix for us. Now, Monaco is always a chaotic one, so I think if we can just survive the whole Grand Prix, we'll get in a good position. So it'll be interesting if we can come on the podium and maybe take the lead from Hamilton and as well from Mercedes, who are currently leading the Constructors' Championship. Now, as always, I'll be doing the practice off camera so we can get directly into the qualifying. Now we're going to start our first flyer for Q1, and I've gone for a really downforce heavy setup because Monaco, you know, requires a lot of downforce, even though our Red Bull is pretty good in turning and in cornering speed. So it'll be interesting where we stand. And I'm going to come to finish our flyer, and it's only P12, but that's good enough to get into Q2. So now in our Q2 lap, we're going to encounter some traffic in form of Bottas, which is not good because at Monaco, traffic is very key. And Bottas are rival in our career mode series. So if you haven't checked that out, you can go check that out. Link will be in the description. But hopefully he doesn't hamper us in our lap and he's quick enough to stay ahead of us. So it'll be interesting to see where we will be once we finish our lap as he loses his back end at the swimming pool chicane and we hit his back end and he spins. Wow, what just happened? He just lost his back end while turning into the swimming pool chicane. And now I think we have a little bit damage in our front wing, but the main thing is that we lost a lot of time in that as we hit him and he spun. But we still managed to come into P3. Okay, that is interesting. Our lap, we were pretty quick around here. I guess Red Bulls are generally that good around here. But we're gonna start our lap in Q3, the most important qualifying of all three. And let's just hope we can get into the top three so we can bring the fight to Hamilton and Vettel, who are currently 1-2 in the championship as we start our Q2 lap and we're gonna move through that chicane and there's yellow flags again and Bottas has spun and we hit him. We have lost our front wing. What is Bottas doing? Man, I understand we are rivals. What? Did he just teleport? What is happening with this game, man? I just don't know. So much chaos at Monaco here. But I know that you are my rival in our career mode series, but this is not my career mode series. This is totally different. You're not even in the fight for the championship. Or so we go for another lap after pitting and changing our front wing, and we can just hope that we don't encounter Bottas again. Hopefully, let's see what happens. And yeah, there he is, the man, the myth, the legend, Bottas. And he loses his red and again. Thank God he didn't spin and he hits the ball and we goes over our car. How are we even alive? We don't even have halos at in 2016, right? Oh, what is wrong with his AI, man? And it slows down a lap and we are just P9. I right ahead of him. Wow. This actually something wrong. I'm gonna have trust issues after this. I'm not gonna trust Bottas on the track, even on our career mode series. But somehow we didn't get front wing damage, so we're gonna go for one more flyer right off the bat. So unfortunately, my video did get corrupted, so you actually didn't see my Q3 final Q3 lap, but we qualified in P4. I'm gonna tweak my aerodynamics a bit and make it a little bit towards the top speed because I think there's not really a chance us overtaking in the corners. So yeah, and we are gonna go for 9 laps, a stint of 9 laps on the ultra soft tires, and then a stint of 11 laps on the super soft tires. So it'll be interesting to see how bad the tire wear is and maybe we have to pit early or something. So you can see if we are going from P4 ahead of us is Rosberg, Vettel, and Hamilton. And we go 5 red lights and we are underway from the Monaco Grand Prix from the second row on the grid and we get a decent start. But Rosberg is flying and we hit the back end of Rosberg. So does Vettel, and somehow we don't have damage, but we What a start did Rosberg get? He almost jumped Vettel as well as Hamilton. Very interesting right there. And we're gonna try and make a move on Vettel, and we hit the wall. So does Vettel. And we're gonna try and go on the outside of that corner of that right hander, and we're gonna make contact. We're gonna get our elbows out and get the move done. A very ballsy move pulled out from me, and we're gonna dive down the inside of Rosberg on the hairpin bend and maybe even catch up to Hamilton, but no, he pulls away from us, and we have moved from P4 to P2 in a matter of half a lap? I think a little bit more than half, but as you can see, Hamilton is flying in a straight line. We are nowhere close to him, as Rosberg is maybe catching up to us and maybe try and make a move, maybe not, but we defend our position pretty well right there. And Hampton is just pulling away like it's nothing. You can see how quick the Mercedes is around Monaco, even though we have more downforce than us. As you can see, we are still catching up to him in the corners, but on the straight line, he just pulls away so much that we don't have any chance of catching up to him. Now it's been a quite few laps, and now Rosberg has catch up to us, and DRS is enabled, so he might be looking for a move through the main straight of the Monaco circuit. And here he comes. He tries to go on the outside, and he gets the move done even before the corner. We hit his tire, and we lose a little bit of a front wing. Rosberg didn't give us any space at all. He squeezed us so much. And now Vettel is right up our gearbox, maybe trying to make a move. And just look how fast Rosberg has pulled away. So now this has become a disaster for us because now we have to pit to change our front wing, which will take even longer. And now we have to go at the hardest compounded tire, which I think is the soft tires. We probably have no contention in the to win this race, like none at all, as we're gonna understeer into the wall and we lose our front wing. We barely touched it, but since our wing was already half gone, now it's fully gone. But thankfully, it was only a few meters of the street, and we hit the wall while going into the pits. But that doesn't matter. Now we have to go on a set of soft tires. Exactly 16 laps left, and I'm gonna go for a full downforce, still doubtful. Yeah, you can see me changing the aerodynamics, but I don't know what to do because we have such a long race to go, and this is our only pit stop, and it's going to be a long one, a very long one, as you can see, just sitting there waiting for a team to change the front wing, which took 5.4 seconds. Not what Red Bull is famous for. It's famous for its fast pit stop, and this was a really slow one. But let's see, we come out dead last, like not even like close to P10, just last. We're not even close to the points. I don't even know if we can actually get points, but I'm still gonna race because you never know what happens at Monaco. Someone can crash a huge pile up, all the top three members are out, and then maybe we can win the Grand Prix. Who knows? So now, 2 laps later, we finally managed to catch up to some crowd, the back end of the pack, which is Hulkenberg. We actually passed a couple of people in the pits. They pitted obviously. I think that was Haryanto and Alonso, but now we need to make our move on Hulkenberg very fast if we want any sort of points whatsoever. It will be very interesting where we can maybe try and finish, but I don't think we can even finish in the points at this point. But I'm gonna get my head down and try and overtake Hulkenberg and finish as high as possible. And a lot of people have actually pitted, so maybe we can get the undercut on them. Who knows? We were pretty behind, so I really don't think. But we come out of the pit ahead of Bottas and a couple of people. I actually didn't see who it was, Alonso and Massa. So we are ahead of Massa. We still haven't actually overtaken anyone after our pit stop, and we're still behind Hulkenberg, who is in P15 and we are in P16. So now he has just vanished into where has he gone? I actually can't see him. Now, as you can see, we are actually in P7 because my recording got corrupted. So sorry for that, guys. You couldn't see me overtake every single person, but a lot of people made their pit stops, so we actually got the undercut on them. And now Hulkenberg is right behind us, so we only overtook Hulkenberg, I think. So now one overtake and we got a lot of them. We got almost 10 of overtakes in the pits. This the undercut in Monaco is actually very strong because the tire wear can get pretty horrible here. And Hulkenberg has DRS and he'll be trying to make a move on the outside like Vettel did. We are going to try and squeeze him. And Button, why is he trying to overtake me? He's a lapped car and he's still trying to overtake me. And someone was, wait, who was that? I think that was Hamilton. Wait, was that Hamilton who had plowed his car into the wall? I'm not sure, but for some reason Button is trying to fight us very hard. He really wants to unlap himself, but we are not going to let him. So now, I think now everybody should be coming into the pits, so we should get A little bit ahead, maybe P4 at least. Yeah, I think someone pitted. But let's talk about Hamilton. What happened to him? Because if he crashed out and he is out of the race, that could mean that we are still getting almost a podium. Yes, 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 that's Hamilton. There's a massive pile up, and we crashed into Hulkenberg's back as he crashed into Hamilton. Wow, and we have just lost our front wing. We have to pit once again. And it's yellow flags in sector 2. And we are ahead of Hulkenberg, but I don't think he had any damage somehow. But what just happened? Hamilton was into the wall, Hulkenberg hit him, and we just hit Hulkenberg's back, and now we have to pit again. We were in such a good position, we were in the podium position, and Vettel is still P2. I don't think he has any damage or he's gonna pit. So, as I said, the Monaco can be so chaotic, and we are gonna go on a set of ultra softs for the next 7 laps of the race, and I'm gonna tweak the aerodynamics just a little bit, and it's gonna be another 5 second pit stop. So annoying. I'm like, I can't believe it. Like, actually, what just happened? Hamilton into the wall. I mean, he's still gain on Hamilton, but I'm pretty sure that Vettel will be overtaking him in the championship for the lead. We're gonna come out of the pit lane and we are in P10. We are still in the points, and maybe we can still get some people and get some high points as we see two people cross us while we are coming out of the pit lane. Three people, no, that's lap car. Okay, whatever. So now we're down to P12, not P10. We can still get some points if we can get our head down and put in the fastest lap, maybe. I really don't know. It'll be interesting what we can do from here. But now there are yellow flags ahead, and it's someone into the law, and we hit the curb. And Grosjean hits us, and we have just almost spun going to the last corner into Raskas, after Raskas actually, and we didn't get any damage on our front wing. Thank God, I really got distracted from that. Oh, and someone into the wall. Who was that? I think that was Ericsson in the Sauber. But whatever, we still get promoted into P10. Now we're into the points and we can get the fastest lap. See, I told you that gods are shining on us. There's so much chaos at Monaco as we are gonna just pass this backmarker real quick. When he comes back, what is with backmarkers in this game? Like they just want to get unlapped and they were so aggressive. But now we have to drive and get our head down and go for a dive onto Palmer, into the hairpin bend, and we get it done. So easy. And we have the other run of Magnussen, which is pretty high considering the 2016 Magnus. And there's a pile up going into what was that? What is this? Why are there so many pileups? Is this game cursed? Is this race cursed? This is the craziest race I've ever had on this game. One more pileup. We almost cut the corner and there's yellow flags for us, I guess. But whatever, we are still promoted into P6. As I told you, a few crashes, we could be in the points. Good points, but they're still not what I want. I want to get a podium maybe. I'm pretty sure Hulkenberg has made his first pit stop, and yeah, he's coming out of there, and we have got the undercut of him. Maybe I don't even know what we are doing at this point. And Kvyat is into P4. The person in our junior team, in the Red Bull junior team, Toro Rosso, is in P4, and we're gonna try and make a move on him. But his car is so wide, he's defending very well, but we can get a move on him going into this right hander into the first hairpin bend, and we go for a dive. We go really wide. He tries to come back at us, but it's Monaco. You can't really do that as it's so close together. And but Toro Rosso is having a very good race. They're currently P4 and P6. They they are generally at the back of the grid in 2016. Even now, they're like midfielders. So it'll be interesting what they can do this race. Now, all I can hope is a few more crashes and there's yellow flag in front and Bottas is the wrong way around and we have just hit him and lost our front wing again. What is wrong with this guy? First he gets us in qualifying and now he's getting us in the actual race itself and he's currently in last position and who is this? And we understeer into the wall. And it's Hulkenberg in P7. What is happening? Oh my god. Wow, I can't believe what I'm seeing to be honest. Now we have a damage front wing. Once again, we have to wait for the what, the third or fourth time this race. This is the most chaotic race ever. I mean, I'm pretty sure Hamilton is having a mare, like not always, but I'm pretty sure he's last or something. But Bottas, what was he doing? And someone just what is happening? Who was that who just backed up and out of the pit lane and just vanished? Now it's back, teleported in. Yes, chaos is at its finest. I'm gonna go on another pair of ultra soft tires. I mean, I have no idea what's happening at this point. Every AI is crashing, and we actually had a pretty good pit stop of 4.8 seconds, and we're down to P8 from P4. So definitely not happy about it, but gotta deal with it. I mean, to be honest, it was Bottas's fault, not our fault, but we can't do anything about it at this point. All we can do is get our head down again and maybe get into P5 at least as we move to the hairpin and we have finally managed to catch up to Ericsson. But we go for a dive onto the hairpin and we make it work. Very ballsy dive. And it's the last lap. Maybe we can make a move on Grosjean, but there's a crash ahead. Someone has crashed. But who is it? Oh, we almost hit Grosjean. I actually didn't get to see who it was, but someone did crash. And Sergio Perez has won it. What? From where did that guy come? I thought Vettel was winning it or Rosberg, but it was actually Sergio Perez, and we have to take the runoff area and we overtake Grosjean, but we have no penalty. We'll just do it. We do get a warning for collision with Grosjean, but we are through. We end up to P5 where I wanted to be. Well, not at the start, but after pitting like 4 or 5 times. But this is the last lap. We are going to come through Rascas and the last couple of corners and just take it and just take P5 or P6 wherever we end up with the 3 second penalty. And there's a huge car park. Rosberg has turned around. Oh my god, Rosberg has just won. And he must have done a favor because I think that will stop Grosjean. And maybe we can extend a 3 second gap as we cross the finish line in at P5, a very chaotic Monaco Grand Prix. It's unbelievable, and Vettel stays second, and Carlos Sainz is on the podium, and Perez has won like he won on Baku. But where with both Mercedes had a disaster. Hamilton is 20th place, and I'm pretty sure Rosberg is 14th. And I think I'm pretty sure we stay P5. I would say it was a pretty good recovery drive. I mean, we were what? We pitted 4 times and still managed to get P5 somehow. And we are second in the championship, and Vettel is leading. And Perez is fourth. Where's Rosberg? Rosberg is really not doing well this year, and Ferrari is leading. I'm actually surprised. Is Ferrari back? Are they gonna actually win this championship? Who knows? We still have a lot of races to go. So anything can happen. Maybe we can win as Max Verstappen and our teammate didn't do well. Half the people who were actually good didn't do well. For example, Hamilton, no points for them. So Vettel leads, followed by us, followed by Hamilton. Rosberg is not even in the top 10, I don't think so. But whatever. Constructors, Ferrari leads. Very surprising to be honest. And we're still third. But anyway, guys, I'll have to end this video right now. Thank you for watching. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe. It helps me a lot. And I'm trying to hit 1.5k by the end of this year. So make sure to subscribe, and I'll be seeing you in the next video. Peace.